Hello, V Squad. This is your girl V. And guess what, y'all? It's officially Rum and Brunch season. We are scheduled for August 6th. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, log on to www.VGirlTV.com and grab your tickets. Early bird tickets are now sold out. So it's $15 and $40, which is the premium option. Now, the premium ticket includes food, includes one complimentary drink, it includes a discount for valet parking, it includes early access to the event. So that means that if there is a line, you guys are able to skip because you have premium access to Rum and Brunch. You don't want to miss this event. It's the first of its kind ever in Panama, spinning the best in Afro beats, reggae music, soca music, dance hall, compa, you name it. Everything 100% Caribbean. You don't want to miss it. Rum and Brunch. Hello, V Squad. Welcome back to another episode of VGirlTV. Back to another episode of VGirlTV, and it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos. I have not done a sit-down video in a very long time, and I'm actually using my cell phone, so if the visuals is not on point like usual, forgive me because my camera is in repair right now. So I'm basically doing this video because a lot of people have been reaching out to me asking me what my life is like as a single mom living in a country outside of America. First and foremost, before I even go into this video, I need to let you guys know my experience is my experience. My experience is not going to be someone else's experience. So take whatever you can take from this video and take it with a grain of salt and move on, okay? So for those of you who do not know or have not been following my journey, I moved to Panama almost 10 years ago. And at the time, I only had my son. And the reason why I moved was because I just did not feel like I wanted to raise my son in the climate of the USA at that point. Still don't feel that way. And it was kind of like, all right, I'm going to try something new. If I don't like it, then I'll just go back. I also wanted to let you guys know, and also to keep in mind that my background is Panamanian, okay? So even though I grew up in America, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, I was still, well, I not was, because I'm still alive. I still am from Panama. What I consider myself a Panamanian American. So it's very important that I distinguish that and state that, because my experience as from someone who literally knows no one in Panama, this is a whole new culture to them, might be a little bit different from my experience as growing up in Panamanian culture. So I just wanted to put that out there in a disclaimer, because I noticed that people tend to either use it against me or they use it as an advantage. So I don't know, just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, my son was born in the States, and it was just a high climate. I don't want to go into the logistics of everything. So for all my new viewers, I'm going to link all the videos in the description box or maybe on the screen so that you guys can watch those videos before coming to this video, because I've done numerous videos about why or how I ended up in Panama. Okay, this video is specifically for single moms, single dads, single parents, people who want to raise their children in another country but don't know how to go about it because they are not particularly, or they're not married. And I feel like a lot of people in the States look at you or look down on people that are not married for whatever reason. But it is what it is. Sometimes shit just happens. Anyway, so for me, I was a single parent, and I just really wanted a change of environment, just to sum it up. And so I decided that I was going to come to Panama. The reason why I decided to come here out of all other places is that I personally felt that I had a better opportunity because I had citizenship and I had my parents here. Okay, many people do not realize that having a support system is super important. So I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and make it seem like it was peachy cream, and that me having a support system did not help me. Having a support system here really helped me. Having my parents here really helped me. When I was in the States, my parents was not here. They weren't there because they were living in Panama at the time, and it was just really me and my sister, and my son's father was there as well, but his family really they weren't too hands-on, like how my parents are with their grandkids. Not taking away anything from his grandmother, she's a lovely woman, but she just wasn't as hands-on as my mother was, in my opinion. So it was kind of hard, right? So that's the main reason why I decided I was going to come here, was because I had a strong support system. Okay. My parents was here. I think anywhere you go, you should have some sort of support system, or if you don't have a support system, try to get a support system. And another thing that I find that here is very affordable. Again, that is just for me, affordable for me, in my opinion. Guys, I do have a webinar where I break down exactly how much certain things cost depending on where you live. And I'll leave the webinar link in the description box so that if you guys are interested in watching it, because I feel like I've been repeating a lot of these things often. And for those of you who don't want to go through all the videos to see exactly what I'm talking about, I'll leave the link to the webinar in the description box, but the webinar costs $20, just so that you know. In order to get the link, it is $20 for you to get the link for the webinar, okay? Just to put that out there. So another reason why I feel that, getting a support system is a little bit easier is because, let's say my son makes friends or becomes friends with another with another child. Let's say my son becomes friends with another child. That child's parents will then in turn and reach out to me. We'll develop some kind of relationship, which I think is really important for the child, and also to make the other parent feel comfortable. Because I am a very overprotective mom, and I don't want to send my child I don't send my child to anybody's house to sleep over, period. But if they do any activities, I want to make sure that the parent is just as responsible as I am. And for me, what I find is that where I live and my community, which that has a lot to do with where you live. I just want to point that out, guys. Depending on where you live, things will be a little bit more, it will be a little different. But for the most part, the sense of family, the sense of community is very in the culture. How do I feel as a single woman? I don't feel any type of way, because guess what? My life is so busy. I have so much things that's going on that I really don't have time to be thinking about other things. I know people that are dating that are single parents and they live here in Panama, but I'm just not trying to date right now, okay? I don't want to date. And so, so as a single parent, I think that the most important thing that you can do, and the advice that I can give you, is building a community. Building a community is super important because it's going to help you when you feel sick and you are the only parent that your child can rely on, or if you are running late and you need to pick up your child from school, or when certain things happen. See, my community, I have my mom, my dad. I also have the babysitter that has been with me since Amir was 5. Amir's 13 now. So she actually is now watching my daughter. Those are people who I can count on no matter what. And I know that some people may not have that, but I think the importance is just developing relationships with people, learning who people are before you just rush and move to a whole other country like Panama, because people are people and people are people no matter where you go, right? So you just got to really just ask God for the spirit of discernment so that you can see who's who and feel out people's spirits, right? So intuition is something that don't lie. You may call it intuition, some people might call it vibes, some people might call it spirit. It's all the same thing, right? So it does not lie. We kind of know who is who before ahead of time, but we just don't trust our own instincts. So for me, another thing is just learning spiritually how to listen to my inner self, listen to my intuition, because intuitions don't lie. And I think that's another thing that's super important, especially not only here, just in general in life, something that you should know. But for the most part, I feel as a single parent, as a single mom, and when I say single mom, that does not mean that my kid's father is not in their life. This just specifically means my children live in my household with me, okay? And I am with them 95% of the times, obviously, because we're in Panama, my kids are in school. So with that being said, I feel completely comfortable, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Okay, I think moving here was the best decision from me and my family and my children, and my mom says the same thing. My parents agree, especially with a lot of things that's going on right now in the States. You know, there are certain things that we don't have to deal with. So I'm not here to try to shove my opinions down you guys' throat. I'm just giving you my personal experiences and how I dealt with them, and just a little bit of insight for those of you who are wondering, you know, is moving abroad for you as a single parent. And I'm letting you know that it is totally something that you can do. You just have to plan specifically, plan, visit the country, develop a community, and all that good stuff. And I promise you, you will be fine. All right. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email at VGirlTVmedia at gmail.com, and check out some of my other videos because I have tons of videos that can help you and guide you through this new journey. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you always for tuning into my videos. And as usual, peace and love.